All right, we are back to finish up our truck that we've been working on. This has been sitting out for about 15 minutes, and it is definitely leather hard at this point. There is a few things that we need to do. As you can see, I've started putting in my words. You can put, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas if you're doing a tree. Sometimes I put family name in there. It really depends on you and what you want to have on there. Right now, I am going Feliz Navidad. So I'm very carefully placing my letters. It's a lot of letters, so I'm trying to make sure that they all fit. And you want to rock these letters on. Don't press too hard because you don't want to go through the clay and tear the bottom bar here. But you want to make a nice impression, so just do it carefully. Oops, backwards D. Be careful with that because I do that a lot, unfortunately. Let's see. It would be this way. There you go. That's the D, the way it should be. If you make a mistake, let's see if this will work. I'm going to try and smooth this out. Sometimes it's better to just leave it because this can really be messy if you try and smooth it out. But we're going to go slowly and carefully and try and do our best to have that letter disappear. Here's a little sponge with a little water. Now I'm going to leave that be for a couple of minutes just so it dries off because it's really wet right now. All right, in the meantime, I've got this tool right here. You can ask me for it. This is what we use for the tires. So I'm going to put in my tires now. There's one. There's two. Great. And now, oops, I almost forgot. These guys, I have to score these guys on. The one that's wider goes in the front, so I'm going to go ahead and get myself scored up here. The clay, like I said, is a nice leather hard, so it's really so much easier to work with it like that. A little slip, and then I set it on here, the wheel wells. Pick it up. It leaves a little mark, so then I know where to score on here. And attach. Okay. Giving it the pressure is really important, you guys. Make sure that you give it that pressure. And then the next one. Just remember that the one that's the biggest, the widest, goes in the front. You can see that this clay is not even moving as I am scoring it, so that is a very nice leather hard. Set it down, make my impression here. And a little slip. There we go. Line it up the way you like it. And really push down. One of the things that happens with these holiday trucks is that they start to come apart in sections, and that happens if you do not press really a lot and make sure that that contact is secured. I'm going to use paintbrush to pick up the extra water that's seeping out, and then I'm going to use my rubber tip tool because I don't want to get rid of my texture, so I don't want to use a paintbrush on this. I want to make sure it's closed up with a dry rubber tip tool. This is very important, folks. If you don't secure it and close these sections off, when the air gets through that crack, it'll pop the front layer right off. So don't forget to do this. And you can see that I'm wiping off my rubber tip tool every time I use it. All right, it's starting to look so good. I'm going to go back to my D and put it in here. Yep, there we go. Great. All right. Now, I just wanted to show you guys, first of all, how to decorate your tree. You want to make sure that your edges are all smooth. And this truck is going to need weight bags for sure, and it's going to need a few weight bags because it's got different levels. And so you want to make sure to push everything down so it dries nice and flat, particularly this bottom bar right here. I'm going to go ahead and make some Christmas balls on my tree. I'm just going to use the back of this brush right here. And I'm going to start, maybe that one's too big. And I'm just going to put these in like this. Kind of going slightly circular, the way that you would string balls on a tree. And then I'm going to take my pencil and do a little connecting. You can decorate your tree however you want. You can find some stamps and use the stamps instead of Christmas balls if you like. I think that looks nice. Great. Maybe another couple down. Ooh, another couple down here. I just stretched my tree out by accident. Let's see, what can I use? Bring it back in. There we go. All right. There we go. So that's pretty much there. And then the last thing I'm going to show you are these sprig molds. If you wanted to add something like this, like I think it'd be nice to maybe add some flowers. I've had kids use these sprig molds and decorate the foreground of this truck with flowers. I think I'm going to I guess I'm going to start with the flowers. So you need a spray oil, not a lot. And I'm going to probably use all of them, so let's rub that spray oil into this. And then we'll need some clay. Where's my clay? All right, I gotta go. Let's see, find some clay right here. All right, so I'm just going to flatten this in my hand a little bit. Fresh clay works the best. Push it in. And then you get a little flower impression. See that? So I can cut around it. If you use, let me see if this works better. If you use just enough, then you don't have to cut around it. That's kind of my goal right now. So I'm going to try making a little ball in my hands and then pushing it just into the shape of the flower, and that will save me from having to cut around it. Yeah, that's better. If you use just enough. This is so, I'm like super loving this. I might find something cute, maybe a little flower for the bottom, but right now I think I'm going to go right here. I'm going to decorate my bottom bar first. Little scoring. And press down gently. love this. I'm really loving this. Make a little ball. And push it in. And then out comes your little flower. This one needs a little trimming, but not a lot. And you know, we've got tons of different sprig molds, folks. You can decorate your holiday truck however you want. You definitely have to have something on the bottom bar for sure. And make sure that you put your lines into your tree, whether it's just balls or balls and string, the wire that holds it. These are so cute. Super cute. I did want to, I wonder if I could put a bird in here. See if we could put a bird in our tree. This clay is getting very dry. Not great. I'm going to play around with this a little bit more. I definitely want to put something kind of on the top of my tree there, but you guys get the idea of this. I just also then want to show you that one of the most important things that you got to remember to do is put your hooks in so you can hang your tree, or your holiday truck rather. Whether it's a harvest truck or a tree truck. One hook, so these are the hooks, they're nichrome wire, right there. Nichrome wire that is kiln safe. And I'm going to put one, now you're going into the back level, and one on the hood, and on the back level, one on the tree. You want your hooks to be straight, up and down. Oops. So there's one hook there, and they're both straight. And that's it. At this point, I'm going to get myself a weight bag. I do want to put a few more things in here, but for now, I'm going to call this finished. Don't forget to sign the back. Initials and period. You can put your full name if you like. Go through and do some smoothing if you need to. And then this holiday truck will get a sheet of plastic. You can carry it on a board. That's a very good idea so it doesn't warp. You don't want to be holding it too much. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it on this small board. Put a piece of plastic on top so it dries slowly, and then a couple of weight bags so that it dries nice and flat. And that's it. We're done.